Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 10.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneers will take over at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw is Ross. From the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
That's good.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
On the keeper. He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Now Ross on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Ross airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Number 22.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys up.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
But if you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
0, 0, 0. 45.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
54.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And 12. At the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
Complete.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. His pass caught at the 4.
Complete.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
And
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch that. Check. One flip. 54. Samuel. Run it. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. But he's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
The score, Buccaneers 28, Panthers 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A gain of
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun, Ross. It's caught, Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
1st down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ross to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Kickoff for Tampa Bay.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson operating from the gun. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Panthers 15. Joey Slye to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he's going to keep it here. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the gun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. And shedding through the tackle. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen. and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
At the 20-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Buccaneers.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, it's Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Tonight's finals.